Figure it out.
Hello, this is Adam Koralik from Figured Out Productions. The following video is a video of some kind, and I hope you enjoy it.
Hey guys, it's Adam here, and I'm with my buddy Snowman from my Discord. Go in there, like this video, comment down below, subscribe if you've never done that before, check out all the social media stuff, just whatever. Discord's one of them, you can hang out with him. Anyway, we are currently in Michigan, specifically Grand Rapids, Michigan, and we thought we would do a little game hunting while we're out here. We're also going to be going out to New York, the Buffalo area, as well as other parts of Michigan like Detroit, but Southern Ontario. So we're going to have some videos on game hunting. I don't know how many this is going to be. I don't know if we're going to do it by state / territory, province, whatever you want to call it, but we're doing some game hunting. So we're going to meet you at the first one. Are you excited to look for anything specifically?
Nothing specifically, just excited to go look at games.
Yeah, looking at games is cool. You guys should go with us and look at some games now.
Yeah.
All right, here is stop number one. Disc Traders. I should be very clear about this. There's no chance we can go to all the stores in this area. There's a surprisingly large number of them, and a lot of them are going to close because you can kind of tell it's already late. But we're going to get a few of them out of the way tonight. So this got my attention. Glass case. We have a boxed Sega Saturn. And then I like these signs like, we pay cash. Atari Jaguar. Got some Steam boxes. An Atari 1050 disc drive. Some big box PC stuff like Tomb Raider 2. And some other oddities down here. That's kind of cool. You got stacks of like Game Informer and Nintendo Power back there. So here we got a glass case. Got a surprisingly large number of 7800 games. Ones that I don't usually see either, like Dark Chambers and Impossible Mission. That's not bad. It's a lot of 3DO stuff. We got Dennis Miller's game. Okay. We have Strawl, which given its price I think is one of the better games. There's a surprisingly large number of 3DO. Not the greatest condition on stuff. Stunt Master. The virtual... Actually, I don't know. Oh, it's for the Sega Genesis. It's like a weird VR helmet. Okie dokie. I've never seen that. So according to him, this is one of the rarer games. Game in quotation. Mathemagics for the 3DO. So here we got some glass case items, Nintendo stuff, GameCube specifically, PS2 things like Silent Hill 2, some of them are obvious PS1 games, Clock Tower, granted fake case, but whatever, Mortal Kombat Special Forces. We have some consoles, Dreamcasts, a few accessories, we have a 3DO, FC10 specifically, a few things like that. Various accessories and entire systems, 3DSs, Game Boy Micros, Switches of course, PS2s, PS3s, actually just PS3s, PS4s, PS5s, Xbox 360s, Xbox Series X's. Then we have about more 3DO stuff behind glass. Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Game Gear. We also have these like bins, which is cool. NES games behind glass as well, so these would be some of the more expensive ones potentially. Same with Super Nintendo. Whoa! Flintstones, Treasure of Sierra Madrock. Boxed $475. All right then. Okay. Then N64 loose cards, SNES loose cards, Genesis. Some interesting ones. A lot of sports stuff. Virtua Fighter box, terrible box. If that was cheaper and better condition, I might actually do that. Mostly because I need the box. Ooh, look, an At Games portable Genesis. No thanks. Some of the more uncommon. Well, I don't know. We can say that because you got ET in there. You got multiple copies of Miss Pac-Man for the 7800. Well, you also have it right here. See, look at this. This gives off an aura of like clearance bin. These aren't clearance bin prices. But anyway, we got those. Game Shark for the Saturn, which, by the way, if you have a Sega Saturn, don't ever use that because the pins on it are thick and they'll ruin your cartridge slot. And then here we have things like rare Blu-rays and stuff like that, but that's not the point of this video. So let's go take a look at some more games. Here we have like wall of PS1, kind of a mix of like complete and not complete stuff. Honestly, a lot of fake cases, but that's not like they're hiding that. We have 3DO. Again, there's a surprisingly large amount of 3DO stuff here. Dreamcast stuff as well. A couple of CDI games, actually. Demo's Quest and Chaos Control. More Dreamcast stuff mixed in there. Intellivision boxed. More PS1 down there. PSP stuff. GameCube stuff. Nothing super crazy or anything, kind of what I would expect. This is a mixed media store, ultimately. So we have DS, 3DS, original Xbox. This clearly is the whole sports section of them because they're just very isolated. Here we have some of what you might call the real games. See if we find anything worthwhile in there. But not much in the way of crazy here. Circling around, we have some video game artwork stuff, but we also find a rare snowman who's clearly found things that he said he wasn't going to find. He found trash, but we'll show you the trash at the end of the video. In the meantime, we've got PS3 stuff. We got more Xbox 360 stuff. Yeah, we got stuff. We got stuff. We got a snowman, and we got stuff. Yeah. Oh, and PS2 stuff as well. Yeah. Very cool. Oh, and there's Wii. You don't need that part. So over here, they also have a wall of more modern stuff. So, Switch, PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X. I mean, yeah, it's kind of standard fare. However, over here, they have vinyl records. And this, I really want. A vinyl record of the score of Interstellar would be awesome, but not that awesome. So we just stepped out of Disc Traders. It's a mixed media store. What did you think?
Well, my initial reaction was the prices were pretty high, but then when I started looking for some of the garbage I wanted, it was actually really low. Yeah,
it was one of these situations where it's like you buy 6 and they give you you buy 5, they give you a 6th free. So we actually got stuff. Like, I got one thing and he got a lot of things. He got one big dumb thing you guys will see later, but not yet. Not yet. Stop number 2. We are going to a place called the Gaming Warehouse. And it is very dark. And look, Texas. So when we step inside, we have the initial box of sports garbage. We have Switch games. They put that kind of stuff up front. Over here we have the wall of Wii. PlayStation 3 content. That eventually expands down to PS4 and stuff. We'll take a look at that in a bit. But here we have some like loose Vita games. More Switch as well as DS content as well. Here we have a lot of OG Xbox. I like that this store actually labels stuff. This is more of like a traditional game store, although to be fair, the other half of it is like Magic the Gathering and card stuff, but at least the gaming section that we like is here. They have 3DS content as well. We'll look at some of the glass case stuff in a bit, but cycling back around here, we have a bunch of PlayStation 2, as well as a nice, healthy Wii U section, which is always refreshing to see. Vita stuff, PSP stuff, GameCube stuff, although the GameCube stuff is all like reproduction cases or like sun faded. It all looks like, yeah, not great. More PS2 stuff. PS2 stuff is, you know, not super robust, but it is there. And then from here, on this side, we have PS1 games. I'll go through this in a second, but from here on out, it's mostly just like card games and board games and stuff. But here we've got some Dreamcast, some complete, some not. A lot of loose Genesis, PS1, loose SNES. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of, I mean, it's organized, but it's not, because it's not alphabetical. It's organized by console, and then you're kind of left to, you know, fend for yourself a little bit. But yeah, there's some in there. In the past years, I would have been excited about, like Sonic 3D Blast in the box or something like that. But nah, I have it now. Ooh, Rocco's Modern Life. I'll take a look at that. I doubt I'll get it, but you know, it's worth taking a look at, I think, even though the game kind of sucks. But I love that show. N64 loose carts. Yeah. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune. NFL Blitz, sorry. Nice. Let's go scope out the glass case stuff. So back there, got a Vectrex. Dude, they have the Atari 1050 boxed.
We got another one too,
yeah,
in the box. It's a little bit different. I can't remember what it was. But yeah,
that's funny because we just saw one over at Game Traders, or the other store that's right over there.
Okay.
Yeah, they had one, but it was loose, so it's just kind of interesting. Yeah, well, yeah, that's interesting. So there's there. We got. That's $20. That might have a home if it's only $20.
$19.99.
Dude, that sucks to be you, nerd. Well, there you go. Yeah. All right. So we got more of the rare PSP, PS2, PS1, Saturn. A lot of the good stuff's not surprisingly kind of hidden behind the case, which is nice. Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, 360, PS3. You know, the better GameCube stuff is kind of hidden back there too. Action replay for the GameCube with. That's fine. That's your problem. Genesis and everything. Consoles. We've got the Smoke N64, Game Boy players. again, it's the better games that you would expect to see back there. This caught my attention. The Gamecom Pro model in the box, or complete packaged, sealed. Wow. I mean, it's junk, but it's cool junk. Genesis models 1 and 2. Model 1 has the Sega CD. Very neat. Very neat. And it's spoilers, but we bullied him into it. So on the back wall, we have controllers. These are like, you know, modern, old school, like literally brand controllers for various systems. Not really my favorite type of thing. But moving on from all that, we also have the more relevant stuff. So we've got the PS5 section. We've got the PS4 section. We have an angry snowman over here who can't believe that he keeps spending money on stuff that he said he wasn't going to buy. But I love seeing him in pain. Financial pain, not real pain.
Why do you hate me?
I don't. I just want you to spend all your money so you don't have to be burdened by having money anymore. But anyway, so 360 stuff, which he might pick up some of. And then Xbox One/Series X stuff. So yeah, that is a quick look at the store. And like I said, this whole section is like Magic the Gathering and things like that. So we just left the gaming warehouse. And I can't show him because he's holding some big items. But this dude looks like he needs a warehouse. Do you need a warehouse after everything?
I need a traveling warehouse.
He needs a traveling warehouse. So I got a thing. He got many things. This would be a success. The store's cool. I think that the guys who run it are more into like the Magic the Gathering type of stuff. But they seem to know their video games, but probably more so that. Either way, good store.
Good morning, guys. It's day 2 on our game hunting adventure in Michigan. We are now in Lansing, Michigan, which I believe is the capital of Michigan, actually. And we're heading up our next store here in a second. I think it's called the Swap Meet. Is that what it's called?
I believe so, yeah.
Game Swap? It's something in front of us, but it's not open yet. And it opens in a whopping 4 minutes. So we'll go scope it out and check, you know, see if there's treasure or junk. It doesn't matter. He's bought something like crazy amounts of stuff at every store so far.
I hope I don't find too much.
He came out here like, I ain't gonna buy anything, man. We go in the store. I was like, we can just go in the stores. We can just go in and see if there's anything interesting. And he's like, no, I'm not gonna buy anything.
This guy's a terrible influence on me.
Meanwhile, I got like 2 things. One at each store is like tiny little nothing. You'll see. Eventually.
Which means I was a terrible influence on him.
Sort of. Technically, and that's funnier than you get. That'll make sense later. But, yeah, he's bought a lot of stupid stuff. It's awesome.
So, immediately, the swap meet gets a point for this. They have, like, Killzone figure, but he's holding a Guitar Hero guitar instead of a gun. That's, all right. That's a point. All right, but it is now officially open, so let's go on in. So we come in. You're introduced to some arcade cabinets. They just opened, so these aren't on yet. But one thing we've noticed that's interesting is these have a lot of these tubs on this trip so far of just like miscellaneous bags for games and stuff. And homie here just noticed something. Did anybody see my Long Island Retro video on like rare variants? This is the TV tennis thing. And oddly enough, even though that one was brand new sealed, this one's in better shape. It's not the wrong color. It's weird. That's weird. Anyway, so behind glass here we get some cool stuff. We got 32X CD, Saturn, obviously Sega CD stuff, some Dreamcast, you know, the heavy hitters. The Biohazard 2 Value Plus Edition for the Dreamcast. Well, check it out. They have a, is that a Pseudo Saturn? Yeah, I think it's a Pseudo Saturn. Nice. Useful. Lord Vader. And Mikey. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff on the inside so far. Let me continue to scour around, but there's a initial peruse. So we got some consoles over here. Zelda Edition Wii U, some standards of Wii's, Genesis, high definition graphics version of Model 1. We have a Japanese boxed white Sega Saturn, so the Model 2. Things like a Series S and so on and so forth. Nothing crazy on the console side over here, but over here we have some of the other heavy hitter games. We got mini consoles. We got N64 cards, SNES cards. Again, these are more the heavy. Oh, that's cool. A Star Fox 2 Repro. I assume ROM dumped from the SNES Classic, actually. We got some of the heavy hitter GameCube games as well. Some cool ones in there. Some of those I actually need, but I don't want to pay for, so I'm not going to do that. But it's a nice box Dreamcast there. Some system variants. Ooh, the Mafia 3 Collector's. 2K actually sent me one of those back in the day. Spider-Man Edition PS4. Days of Play Edition PS4. Did you see those? The console color variants. Good Bayonetta stuff. I like some of these collector sets they've got over here. Yeah, this is another thing. So, like, the other store we were in had a whole big dump of second-gen stuff. Dude, this is the most Texas Instruments games I've ever seen in a single, like, collection. What is this? The TI...
4A?
Is that what it is?
99 4A?
Yeah, there's a whole big pile of them there. And then...
So they got the good one?
I have no idea what that means. That's your system. That's your era. We got Odyssey 2 stuff down there, 2600. You can dig through that. Nice organized. Ooh, look at this. Not only do we have loose disc GameCube, they actually have the mini cases for it. I'm actually going to go through those. But I like that. I like that. So I like when any place takes the loose disc stuff seriously, organizes it nicely. That's good. More loose, carts. Money more for Power Rangers on Game Gear. Nice. Boxed Game Gear a little bit. Game Boys, etc. We have Guitar Hero stuff. A weird kiosk that has a Cyberpunk Edition Xbox One X in it, but I don't think that's what that kiosk was for. But whatever. We have a nice section on guides. And then nice wall of PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 3. We got, all right, decent GameCube and the non-heavy hitters for various systems of Sega CD, Dreamcast, Saturn, etc. That's cool. Long boxes, PS1 stuff, DS, NES, N64, more GameCube. Nice, all in a row there. A lot of 3D printed stuff, which is cool. This is something I'm noticing on this trip. Did you see these over at Game Traders? They had these as well. 3D printed like cart holders. Yeah, that's. I don't know if it's a Michigan thing or just a coincidence, but it's cool. Obviously, more 360 stuff. Yeah, so obviously updated, and that is a good idea for any game store. So like you come in, it's nicely organized, but also you get to advertise the store you're in. That's smart. Wii stuff, as well as we've got Master System, Genesis, a little bit of Jaguar in there as well. Cool. And then we also have miscellaneous things like there's DVDs here, but on this side, dude, check it out. We got something for the Super Graphics. Oh, that, Super Graphics game set. I'm assuming are repros because that price is low if those were original.
They're like new, like
new. Okay, gotcha. So repros, but like clean, nice repros. Okay, because yeah, that's right there. Okay. See, I missed that. So like the only one of those I'm missing is 1941.
PCE Works is awesome.
I know, but I'm talking. I have the actual, like the legit ones.
Yeah.
If I could buy just 1941, I might do that. But all right, whatever. But yeah, that's cool. Thank you for that.
Yeah, getting those OG would be.
That's the only one I'm missing, and it kills me.
But it gives you something to keep hunting for, though.
I found it. I just don't want to pay for it. Yeah. We got Vita, some Japanese GameCube stuff. Obviously with the imports. PCFX. It's actually an impressive PCFX collection for North America, to be honest. Some Japanese PSP, Saturn, etc. Yeah, just a bunch of imports and things like that. More DS, heavy hitter DS. Well, maybe not so much, just more sealed. Maybe some of them are. What is it? Style Savvy Trend Setters. Okay. So we got other boxed heavy hitters. That game's expensive now? Glad I got that years ago. I got that Resident Evil DS game at a Game Crazy years ago for like nothing. Happy about that. Boxed ones. So Mace, The Dark Age for N64. I always thought, because I grew up in the early 90s, that was Lord Zed from Power Rangers. Always thought that. We got some vinyl and stuff, it looks like. OG Xbox games. Nice stuff. A lot of stuff I just kind of want to dig through, if I'm honest. Because it's just got that vibe. Like every single corner I turn around, I see something really cool, which is nice. That's the feeling you want in a good retro game store. We got some customized stuff, some unofficial stuff, but neat stuff here. Back there you have very cool display items, I'm assuming. Yeah, that's really neat. We'll cruise around. Oh, we even have modern things. So we've got your Xbox Ones, your PS4s, etc. Well, we're going to head back over here now, I think, and take a look at this section. So we got more of these cases, and then miscellaneous games, Xbox 360, Wii. Oh, the Chuck E. Cheese sports game. The whole time you were driving up here, you were looking for that, right? He mentioned it like 12 times.
He doesn't even know what you're talking about.
He's so lying.
It's a combination of Mario Kart and Wii
Yeah.
Sports.
See, he knows. He wants you to think he's cool, so he's pretending like he doesn't know what it is.
It's one of those things like it came in as like worth how much, but then you look at it and like, okay, it is like Mario Kart, like Wii Sports all put together in one package. So
There you go. That's why you wanted it.
Trying to get me to buy
I definitely want you to buy that because you wanted to buy that. You're just acting cool off camera or on camera. I get it. And then we got JJ and Jeff for the TurboGrafx 16. Okay. Blonde Justice for the 3DO. I know you like 3DO, and I know you know what that game is. You gonna act again like you don't know?
I know what that game
That's
is.
right. He admits it.
I don't want that one.
And then as soon as the camera's off, and then there we got some of the heavy hitter PS1 and PS2 stuff as well. Very cool.
Look at that price on it.
Yeah, you should get that though. You should get that. You should get that though.
Is that the reason I don't buy it?
Yeah,
The other half.
he knows you.
obviously no.
You want it. I know you do. Check this out. There's also an entire box of 8-track. Okay, we have 1 of 1 special edition colorway Dreamcast and PS. No, these are totally fake, but they know it. But these are testers, and they are hideous. And it's like clearly somebody spray painted this or something. Yeah, it's it's textured.
exactly.
We'll pitch it like that's a feature, not a bug.
And then we got homeschool art project. Yeah.
Homeschool, definitely.
They got some nice gradient in the color though. You can see there's mixed materials. There's some glitter.
This is just a kid finger painting a console.
Exactly.
And then, yeah. Well, thank you. Also, this is going to be in my nightmares for years. Look how upset Mario looks. And he's on the shrooms. Dude, it's a boxed Game Wave and there's games. I'm assuming that's not even for sale.
No, yeah.
Yeah, like, all right. Low key, we have a hidden Mountain Dew Xbox down here. So we just came out of the Swap Meet. Very cool store, actually. They had a lot of cool inventory, super friendly staff. It was that type of store where I brought the Sega Pluto in with me, and I could tell they were actually going to be into it because they were asking us, like, what kind of things do you like, and what's your favorite collectibles? And we're like, oh, we're going to show you something cool. So they got a kick out of that. Ironically, though, we didn't get anything. They had a lot of neat stuff, but it was nothing that, like, really called to us that we just, like, had to get. That and there was, like, if I'm honest, we're both looking for, like, cheap junk. And they only had, like, heavy hitter things that we wanted. And frankly, we have a lot of trip to go. So we were like, we'll use our money in other places. But cool store. And definitely, if nothing else, go in there and just, like, look at all the awesome stuff. There's probably something in there for you. Any other thoughts?
Pretty much agree with everything you said. I mean, the one thing that we found that was interesting was unfortunately not for sale. So.
Oh yeah, the Game Wave. That wasn't for sale. Oh well.
I mean, I don't know why we would want it, but
well, the thing is, we are going to Canada, and the Game Wave basically exclusively came out in Canada, so we have a better shot of finding one there.
Yeah.
FYI, he didn't even think of that till now, did he?
No.
There you go. Next up, we have an exciting disc replay, which is, of course, just a mixed media store. But you never know. You never know what we're going to find, so we'll go inside and show you any sort of treasures. So when I first walk in, I see an NBA Jam cabinet. Granted, one of the more modern ones, but shout out to my buddy Tim Kitzrow from downtown. Yeah, he voiced that, obviously. But we are at the Disc Replay Taylor, and there is your initial first look. And look, a snowman. A snowman. A wild snowman has cometh. Boy, come over and take a selfie with me. So over here we have some interesting stuff. We have an oddly proficient import section. Clearly somebody was a collector and just dumped all this extra Japanese stuff in here. It's a lot of stuff I see commons over there. But they have they had 4 copies of Smash Wii U plus Mario Kart Wii U, all Japanese. And this is another thing, and both he and I noticed this. Lots of Odyssey 2 content in our adventure here in, I almost said Japan. Yeah, Texas Instruments as well. I almost said Japan because of all this Japanese stuff, but no, in Michigan. I didn't just realize there's a bunch of 3DS Japanese stuff here too. But, Sega CD stuff without cases. I like the way they've organized this, to be completely honest. And then we have sort of the junk cart games. Somebody had a good sense of humor. They put a plastic case around College Football 97. But over here, glass case items. Got a 32X back there. Some heavy hitter Sega CD stuff. Genesis, obviously. And check this out. We got a Shenmue 2 PAL Dreamcast edition. Things like Panzer Dragoon, Fighters Megamix, Rayman, actually, all Saturn. Then we have some other Japanese Dreamcast. That's that Tokyo Bus Guide game. Lots of Virtua Racers. Oddly good selection here. 360 stuff, some of the heavy. Oh, Silent Hill Downpour. Don't you need that one?
I do.
Oh, there's a couple in there he needs. I'm gonna bully him into it. That's how it works. A lot of good GameCube stuff. Some of which I actually want. None of which I will actually get. But it's there. Some good PS1 stuff, etc. Twisted Metals, things like that.
I want that Echo Night Beyond.
Okay, go ahead and get it.
That's a good looking game.
All right, Echo Night Beyond. There it is. Go get that.
Horror game.
All right, sweet. We got more stuff back here. Some more modern things. We got some Blu-rays in there mixed in. Some more as well. This is interesting. Mark from Classic Game Room. His album is here for some reason. Don't ask me why, but that's cool. And then we got SNES and NES carts over here. One of those like double. Somebody was looking for one of those recently. I don't remember which one. Spike's Peak and Ghost something. I don't know. It's Atari 2600 games. There's two of them, and you'd flip them. Anyway, nice mix of Famicom in there as well. SNES, NES, and down the line we go. We've got N64. We've got SNES in television. Oddly enough, combo. We got some VIC-20 stuff, which is nice. Pokemon cards and stuff. Handheld things. Assassin's Creed Bloodlines. PSP, like, bundle edition. Vita stuff. DS stuff. GBA stuff. Lots of handhelds, oddly enough. Here we have a large selection of GameCube, but oddly enough, it's almost entirely fake cases. There's a couple legit ones, like NBA Street. Actually, this one's kind of an interesting one, because this version has Mario characters in it, which is neat. Over here we have a nice section of clearance. They admit it. It's all basically just buying the case. Then some of the other heavy hitter games. We got things like Resident Evil Long Box, Dino Crisis 2, that kind of stuff. There's a TurboGrafx 16 in there. Very cool. Other consoles as well. This is neat though. They have not one, but two VIC-20s. That's pretty sweet. Over here we have the wall of PS4, as well as Switch, Wii. Oh, this is the GOAT. The iCarly game. Gotta get that. And the pet horses. That's what the Wii was all about. The Wii is just full of never-ending hits. Wii U section. I'm not a fan of the Wii, in case it wasn't obvious. A lot more Xbox One series. And check it out, we got more DS and 3DS stuff. Big PlayStation 2 section. Wow. The Back to the Future game. This is actually kind of hard to find out. I already have it, but that's cool. So this is all Xbox One content here. And 360 content. I like how they've organized the sports and the commons away from the real games. Same with Connect Trash, away from the real games. I'm sure Snowman is going to go through this. I think he was actually looking for this one. Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures. So we'll see. Original Xbox as well. A lot of that. PS4. And circle around. This is a giant section of 360 here, dude.
They made me sad.
Okay.
Third birthday, but it's a fake case.
Okay.
I'm sad.
All right. Anyway, more PSP and Vita stuff as well. So exploring this PS2 section, there's also a PS3 section here. I mean, it's honestly, guys, it's a big wall of games. You know how it goes. If I find any really cool special ones, I'll point them out. But this is a look at the store, which is oddly stacked. So over here they have a whole big wall of Guitar Hero and Rock Band stuff, and it's just all the games isolated away from real people. So we came out of there. I got nothing. He got lots of stuff.
Of course.
Our game hunting adventure continues. I think we're in Troy, Michigan, which is just a little bit north of Detroit. Basically, we're in Detroit. We're going to go inside. Actually, Snowman's already in there, and we'll see what we can find. I saw a guy walk out of the store holding a copy of Twisted Metal 3. Sadness. So inside, here's a nice display of a snowman looking for Connect Trash. But no, for real, they have a big PS3 section over here, Xbox 360 and Xbox One section. The retro section's okay. We'll go take a look at it. Some cases of sports games, Genesis games, non-sports ones, loose cards, some decent stuff in there. Nothing super crazy. Lots of NES. It's kind of cool seeing some of the Funko Land packaging, though. But we got that. In here, we got some Odyssey 2 stuff on television. Actually, I like these video game blown-out Genesis cases. I don't know where those originated, but that's kind of neat to see. We got Atari 2600, some Super Famicom, SNES, a handful of boxed SNES. Yeah, hidden back there is some boxed Genesis. Actually, Frogger, fun fact about that, it was the last licensed game on the Sega Genesis. Here, I think that's the last issue of Nintendo Power, Game Boy Player, bunch of N64 stuff, Amiibos, you know, that kind of thing. Here we have the glass case, which is a little disheveled. Interestingly, they have NCAA 2K3 college basketball for the GameCube, which the price, funny enough, is covered. That is like one of the rarest games on the system, and it's just there. Some 32X stuff is nice. Over here, we have some of the rarer PS1, PS2, or maybe more high demand. I don't know what would make Ratchet and Clank worth $185 though. What? Oh, it's sealed. Never mind. Some cool stuff like that. Not bad. I enjoy this stack of cheap Wii U games. Even Mario Kart 8 is only $12. There's also a PS4 section, PS5 section, sports game garbage section, which I do like that they isolate. Of course, you have Blu-rays, movies, DVDs, that kind of thing. There's some toys in here too, Funko Pops, that kind of stuff. But oh, here's a bigger Wii section. It's Snowman again. Is it the Snowman? How do I keep running into you at all these stores?
I really haven't moved.
But every single store I go to, you somehow are always there.
I don't know. Are you a stowaway in my car?
I think so.
Okay.
So we left the disc replay. It was alright. To be fair, we both got stuff, so I can't really...
Continue on I-75 south for 3 miles.
Thanks, lady! Anyway, the store was fine. We got stuff, whatever. You get how this goes. Go to the next one, though.
And that'll do it for part 1. Thank you so much for watching. Believe it or not, there are enough game stores in Michigan that we ended up having to go to a whole lot more, and there will be a part 2, so stay tuned to that, and you'll of course see Snowman's pickups when we get there. But in the meantime, if you can do me a favor, please like this video, comment down below, subscribe if you've never done that before, as well as check out all the social media stuff in the description. I've got Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Discord, Patreon, Spreadshirt, Travel Channel, etc. I appreciate the support on all those platforms. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all later.